I haven't been on YouTube in a moment. Let's get this going. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shamake. Let's get it. Haven't been live in a while. Let's see. Out. Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. Uh, of course. I left them back there. Of course. I don't have them on yet. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. Good. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Testing, testing. All right, let's see. All right, got that done. Put this up here. Get right. Get right. Oh, oh, he already here. Ready here. Yes. Can you hear
How
me?
you doing, brother? Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hear you great. Um, welcome. Yo, turn that camera on. Let us see you.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me see.
Let's see. You gotta see how to turn the camera on.
Yeah, I gotta learn how to do all this stuff. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there
There
you
you
go, my
go.
brother.
There you
Yep,
go. Greetings, salutations, young brother. How you doing? How you feel
I'm
today?
doing pretty good. I feel pretty good. How are you feeling?
I'm good. We're gonna let a couple more people get in here, and then we're gonna introduce who you are. We're gonna let them guess for a little while, right? We're just gonna let them guess for a little while. We're gonna tease them a little bit what they can expect come Wednesday. Yeah, this is my backup
Hmm.
page because I get suspended all the time on my main page because I'm not gonna act right. I don't believe in acting right because I'm gonna say what I got. Reese, glad you're here. God, one of my moderators just came in. Yeah, I got to get the moderators because Reese. No disrespect to my guests. You know what to do. You know what to do, and I know you like what to do. What do you want me to? Hey Jay, I want you to go check YouTube and check Twitch for sound. Let me know how we sounding over there. Go. I'm on ODS. Let me know how I'm sounding across the board and if I need to adjust because I just got my ODS back today. So I'm on YouTube, Twitch, X. I didn't feel like logging into Instagram. It's too much work. Yeah. So let me know. Let me know. Leave some comments on YouTube and let me see if you say it. So, yeah, Reese, this is Shamake. Did I pronounce it right? I get it. Did I get it yet?
Yeah, it's a little bit of difficult to say it, but it's okay. Sharmake
No,
is
no.
the right way.
Shamake. Shamake.
You
Shamake
said it
Omar.
perfectly. Yeah. Yes,
Ah,
you did.
I'm gonna
That's
get it right,
perfect.
bro. I'm gonna get it right. I have to get it right. Yeah, if I don't get it
Yeah.
right, then you might want to beat me up.
No, 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 no.
this
I wouldn't.
this is
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm not a violent person, so it's okay.
we already
You're my
talked about that
brother,
though.
and it's okay. Yeah.
All
So
right,
it's okay, my
first,
brother. Yeah.
but give you all a heads up. This is Shamake Omar. This is the young man that is responsible for seeing the viral video. He recorded the viral video of um, Shiloh Hendrix as she called the 5-year-old the N word. So that is who we have tonight. And this is just a teaser show because we're going to go live on my main page on Wednesday at 5 and 10. And we're going to answer questions. We're going to talk about what has transpired. Uh, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. This is just a teaser because I want to get him. I don't want him to like. I didn't expect that. Nah, he gets a chance to get used to my interview style and the way we handle roles. So y'all let people know we're here tonight. I see you. I see you, Siren. How you doing, Don? My chief of security. YouTube and Twitch are both good. You can hear me well over there. Okay, good. That's what I want to know. Thank you for being brave and calling her out. Oh yeah, that's for Shamake. Did you the comments? They say thank you for being brave, man. So let's just talk a little bit about because we're gonna do like I said we're gonna do a longer show on Wednesday and Wednesday at 5 and 10. But I just want to, you know, what I want to know before we get into it is in that moment, in that moment when you decide to record her, right? What was going through your mind? Because I mean, I talked to you on the phone and we had a chance, but I was like, what did you at that moment? What were you recording for?
Yeah, since I've experienced racism before
Mm-hmm.
and it went unpunished, or the world didn't know about it, I had to record for the world to see that this is happening. It happened to me when I was in high school, when I was growing up over here, and I never had the chance to record it. And when I saw that moment that that woman was being racist, since believing is difficult nowadays, I had to record for the world to see what I'm seeing at that moment. Yeah, because I know she probably was gonna deny it, and everybody was gonna be like, "That lady is innocent with her child, at the park, and this
You're gonna
black
say
man
it
is
right,
chasing her." They're
bro.
gonna say that.
You put her on the spot too, because you didn't let her get away. You say, "Oh, you go, you," see, and it was so, and it just flowed off her lips so easily when she did it again. When she did it again, when you said, and she said it. She said, "Nigga," and I was like, "Yeah, let's get it,"
Yeah,
and yeah, let's get it.
I
So,
had to I had to ask her twice
mm-hmm.
so the people can the world can see what she was saying, so she didn't have the opportunity of denying it. So I want the
She
world
was
to
like she
see
leaned into it.
exactly.
She was
Yeah, she
comfortable,
doubled down.
and this is in Rochester. For y'all who don't know, this is in Rochester. So it's like I always, and we have a Mississippi connection too. We talked on the phone. We have a
Yeah,
Mississippi connection. So I was
absolutely.
great to hear that. But you get to the point, right? You get to the
Hmm.
point where you have to do something. It's like when we talk about when people just they become desensitized to it, or they think there's nothing they can do, and even in the spite of what has happened, you took it upon yourself, and I want to go into all those things when we go into it on Wednesday about what has happened to you since then, the threats and the family, when you take care of your family, and how you've had to readjust your life because of what she did, and she was definitely in the wrong. But you still did not sit down. You could have just sat down. You could have pretended like you didn't hear it. You could have just kept on with your life, and it would have been easier. So I commend you, brother, because it's so few people that I meet that will actually step into that breach like you did, and then to just drill her. You drilled her until she's like, yeah. It's like, yeah. And I remember what you said, right? Like, if that was a man, the difference in how you could have handled it as a man. But this is a woman, and we have to commend that. I would took my sisters with me. I took some of my Dora Milaje with me, but and I applaud that. But it's still getting the story out there that you had that presence of mind that you wanted to get this out there that you took it upon yourself to say this is a bridge too far, and it's a 5 year old, a 5 year old. And you have children yourself, don't you?
Yes, I do. I have four children of my own. The youngest one, 3 year old, on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, as a human being, as a father, uh, I have my own company, and all of that. I left all of I hired drivers to do all of that so I can be with my family and my 3 year old on the spectrum of autism. So I can take him to the parks so he can play and spend his energy or his anxieties, all of those things at the park so he can sleep at night. We had a strict uh, routine that we do for him. So when I was at the park and the father of that child that was verbally abused, he was also on the spectrum of autism. And the father told me that. So before, because we frequent all the parks every time, because I don't only go to one park, I go to multiple parks. So he told me that before, and knowing that situation that the child is in, and knowing that nobody should call those awful words to a child, I have a special obligation. It's not only me, every single one of us should stand up for a child being called those awful words. So I did. I stood up, and she was using her child as a human shield. Like, what a terrible woman she is. You know what I mean? My wife was in the background. She could have handled it, but I told my wife, "Don't," because we don't want to be the face of violence or whatever. We want to show the world and let the world react to what she
If
did.
you're in that situation, that would overshadow what actually happened. And
Yeah,
I just,
yeah.
we
If
talked
I
about
would have
right.
reacted, if I would have reacted violently, and I lost my temper, and would have hit that woman, imagine how the world would react. How these racist people in this country would have reacted. Oh, this black man assaulting this white woman
And one, two,
with
three.
her child on her arm. It
Right.
would have been a terrible thing.
Right. And that's why she put the baby. That's why she had the baby. That's why she was holding him in arm, like you said, to use as a shield against any incrimination or actions. Because it was like when you follow, and it's like, and I was like, what kind of parent does that? What kind of parent uses their child in that manner? That you're basically using your child as a shield. That told me everything I needed to know about her character then. So
Absolutely.
you
Absolutely.
got her, and you got there. She was leaving. How long did she, between the time this incident happened and the time she started to leave? I can see in your second video. How long had transpired? How long do you think transpired between that?
Well, she called people to come and handle me. And I told her, I ended the video because my wife told me to end it, and I didn't want to continue anymore because I have a pressure, because I have children and they don't want to hear all those awful words again and again and again. So my wife told me, we have enough of what the world have to see. So she told me to end the video, and let's go, let's leave. So I didn't want more of those awful words happening to my for my kids to hear and the kids at the park to hear, because a lot of trauma happened already.
Yeah.
So I ended the video, but she called somebody on her phone, telling them, come right here and handle this guy who is here at the park. Me.
No, you.
I told her, go ahead, bring them.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, you maybe I can't beat you up, but you call some help over here
Yes.
if you want to, right? It's like
Exactly.
I
I told them,
I got
bring them,
this.
because I need that relief.
Yeah,
I
I got
need
the
that
video
relief.
now. I got the video. I'm good. I got them.
Yes,
Right,
if they would have showed up, because they are cowards. That's
right.
what they do. They're
That's what they do.
cowards. They don't want to come. If they
Right.
would have came there at that day, trust me, they would have been in the Mayo Clinic, sleeping right now.
He's sleep. It's like
They
you
should
got
have.
knocked out.
Exactly. I
Right.
was so angry and
Right.
frustrated, but they didn't show up because they're cowards. They can't
Yeah.
show up.
They can't. And let me
So,
ask you this:
so
what about
mhm.
how many other kids were around? What was like the makeup of the park at that time? Was it mostly people of color or mostly white people. And did anybody else say anything? That was always a thing I wondered. Did anybody, other parents, say anything in this situation?
Yeah, when it comes to that, unfortunately not, because the park is a little bit of a big park where people
Mm-hmm.
come. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of sides to it.
Uh-huh.
The where the situation happened, there were two other white women
Mm-hmm.
in our location.
Right.
On the other side of the park, there were some other people from elsewhere. I don't know who they are, Hispanics or whatever country they're from, but they were speaking different languages. So, but every single person at that park that day did not say anything. When that lady chased that child, and believe me, my brother, have I not intervened and stood behind in the middle of that child and that woman, she would have hit him. It happened so fast that I ran to the child. I didn't have the time to process what she said or anything like that, and be in the middle of it. And I was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you calling this child this word?" And she said those words, awful words, multiple times. Then I started to take my phone. I was like, "Repeat what you said to me, woman."
Say it again. Say it again.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I had to literally intervene
With
because I
her and a
believed
five
that,
year old. Between
yes,
her and
her
a
and a 5,
five-year-old.
exactly, on the spectrum of autism, because of an applesauce that she believed he took from her.
An
That's how low.
applesauce. An
Yes.
applesauce.
When you go to the video, she has that sauce on her hand. I could have bought her a whole entire dozen of those things. I know this is struggling and stuff going on, inflation and all that stuff, but you can't use that.
See, see, I didn't even. I mean, you talked to you, and I knew the fact. But when I'm watching this video, right, and then when I talk to you, and I say, I even got more upset when I talked to you about it because you can see what's transpiring, but I didn't know until I talked to you that she was chasing the 5-year-old.
Oh yeah.
At a part. And listen, see, and this is that's why I say that y'all are better people than me, right? Because y'all have had a viral video, all right. You would have had to feel. I say, oh, well, brother, you just filmed the video for my trial, right? But you're chasing a 5-year-old over some applesauce at a park. Even let's even, and I'm not gonna remove the fact that there's an autistic child, but it's a 5-year-old period at a park, and you're going to chase them around over some applesauce, and then use a racial slur towards them around other kids. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make sure. Like I told you, I'm gonna make sure everywhere she go, I'm gonna make sure she got to spend every one of those dollars she's collected on that GoFundMe page. I'm gonna make sure she spends every one of them. Every time she goes somewhere, we're gonna find her. We're definitely gonna find her because to you endanger the child. I don't think that's what people. It's not just the slur. The slur is bad enough in that environment with kids, but you were going to, if you were not there, what would she have done to that child when she caught him?
Uh, in my belief, I think from the anger that I saw in her face, she had veins all over her face. She was so angry. I believe in my heart, 100%, that she would have assaulted that child. Have
Yeah,
I not intervened?
and that's what it is. I was like, you know, I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. Like I say, I get it's like maybe you don't key off on the slur. Maybe you don't see off the slur, even though that's horrible. But you're rewarding a woman that was literally going to harm a 5 year old. Not her own 5 year old, but she chasing a 5 year old. It's just I don't even see how you can reward that type of behavior in the face of everything that's going on. It's layers. I get it. It's layers, right? But I don't even see. That's why I was getting at the point. I said I don't even see, racists and bigots. I don't see how you all defend this when this is a child. What if it was your child? What was your child? Would that have been okay then? But yeah, we just the ancestors. Thank the ancestors you were there, because you probably would have. Some people probably would have came to Rochester. But I digress. I digress. I'm in Kansas. I'm not anywhere near Rochester or Louisiana. Uh, so and I saw your interview on the news, right? And it's like people targeted you. People targeted you for just showing what was.
Yes,
Definitely.
people did target me. Uh, I have a small company which I've
Hmm.
started. I worked my ass off. I don't know if I can say that on TikTok here on your
You
page,
can say
but
whatever you want
I
to, bro.
did.
I get suspended all the time. I don't give a fuck. Oh,
Yeah, so
yeah. Hit that
yeah.
cash app up. If somebody pay for that fuck I just did, or that one. Yeah. It's like I'm
So
on the radio too. I'm on the radio also, and as a matter of fact, I have a couple of Somalians that listen to me on the GCPR network. I just found that out last week. So
there
yeah.
is a lot of Somali people that listen to you, brother. So yeah,
I am
you
humbled and
you
honored.
are
I'm hum.
you are very popular in the Somali community. I'm sure of it because
Oh
I
man,
love your show. I love what you do, and I love everything that you stand up for. So, for me, what happened to me was I I worked very hard in my life.
mm-hmm.
I started from the bottom. I saved everything. I avoided taking loans from the banks. Uh, all the savings that I had, I started a company, a trucking company. I bought my own truck and my own trailer, my own company. I didn't want to sign up for none of these major trucking companies. I went through the whole entire year of being avoided of picking up any loads. So I hired a drivers who will drive my truck for me. Okay, so just because I can be at home with my children, especially my 3 year olds on the spectrum, so I can take him to the parks. So when I thought life was going good, this incident happened with that woman, that racist, awful woman. So on my TikTok, I posted multiple videos of me going all over America with my truck, my MC number, my DOT number, and they copied all those information, and it's a public domain, and they found out my address, and they found out my Facebook, my children's. It's all over TikTok, not TikTok, but all over Twitter and Telegram. And
Twitter.
my phone number is there. Yeah, my phone number is there, and they are broadcasting to all the racial groups all over the world. And I'm receiving calls from, like, not even America. I'm receiving a lot of calls from United States, but it's spoof calls, and they're threatening my family, they're threatening my children, they're calling my little kids nigglets, and how they're gonna dissect them, and it's awful, awful things. I don't want to say it, but They saying all of those things, and for the first week, since my platform is not big and people, the good people can come to my rescue and help me with them, they cornered me to a side by myself and lo- unleashed hell on me, and I was there by myself, and but I didn't give up because I'm not weak. I am gonna stand up for what is right, regardless of what anybody says. So I stood up and I told them that it's okay, it's a week. Even though, mentally they tried to get through me, but they couldn't penetrate me. No way. In my mind, absolutely not. Because I knew it's just a temporary. Because I knew my true brothers will come and true sisters will come to my rescue, which they did. Yeah, they did. They came to me and defended me, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm gonna stand up. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Let me just remind people what right now, this Mr. Omar, this is the young man who filmed the viral video all of us have seen of Shiloh Hendricks calling a 5-year old the N word. Yes, this is the young man who filmed it. This is his story about what has happened since then to him. We're going to have we're going to have, I say, more in-depth interview. We can't stop talking right now. So we're going to also recap this whole interview on my main page on Wednesday at 5 and 10. We're going to have two shows on Wednesday at 5 and 10 on my main page. So in case you missed this or you want to hear more about it, we're going to go more in depth. He sent me some videos. See, I didn't have to rip them off a page. He's telling people I go to the source when I want something. So he is. We're going to look at the videos he shot that are unedited and not for somebody else's edification. And we're going to talk about how we can help. And we're not accepting guests tonight. What you can do is you hit those cash apps up and make sure this young man gets help. And then if you got a question, we'll put it to him that way. But if she can raise $1 million for being a racist, and this man has a GoFundMe page that hasn't reached the 10th or the 100th of that, then we're gonna make something happen, right? So yeah, we're going to put that up, and if y'all need to put your money where your mouth is, today we got memorial meal coming up for those happy homeless. We got a lot of things we're doing, and you all out here buying buses. Y'all buying buses for people that don't even have CDLs. Don't make me start. So y'all hit this. We're gonna have his Cash App up here Wednesday. We're gonna have his Venmo up. We're gonna have everything we can to get y'all can put your money where your mouth is. Because those racists and bigots can raise that kind of money. This man, not only did he get her on film being a racist, he also put himself in between her and the 5-year-old that she would have harmed. And I'm just tired of hearing this. I'm tired of hearing these narratives that we are in. But when somebody does step up and do the right place, y'all act like y'all don't see it. Y'all act like y'all don't see it. Don't get me started. I'm trying not to get on that soapbox right now because I'm enjoying the conversation, right? But know this. This is the man who was there. We don't have to, and I hated the part, and I told him that. I hated that I saw other people using his video that didn't even cut him in what they were doing. They just using his videos and talking about it like they were there, or they had reached out to the Rochester NAACP like some people had done. I had talked to the Rochester NAACP before I talked to him, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to find out how do you help people. But I'll get back on this soapbox later. Back to our story, right? So my other question was, okay, so you're doing this, but let's back up some because I want also to let people know that how old were you? Because you did immigrate to this country, and how old were you when you first immigrated to this country?
Yeah, I immigrated to this country when I was 11, but turning 12, so 12-year
Right.
old. Yeah, and It's a little bit difficult because I still have an accent, and people think that people that migrate to this country automatically lose their accent. No, because I also have to keep up with four other different languages.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to lose them. Because everybody around me as a family, they speak those four different languages. So I have to keep up with them while I learn English. And other thing that people say, for example, let me tell you this. I started school at eighth grade here in America, and I graduated on time with everybody else. Imagine this: the people that graduate the same time as I did started school here in America as a small children, as a kindergartners. They went through all middle school. I had to work that hard to start literally all these things and graduate with a high grade point average. I worked my ass out. Literally, my whole life in high school was going to the library and studying, and going to school and eating food and working out. That was my life.
study, eat, sleep. Study, eat, sleep.
Yes, that's all
Right.
I did. And
Yeah.
which is good. I don't think anybody can do that, but a lot of people do. If you work hard enough, you can do it. It's possible. But working that hard, uh, one other thing that I must say about Minnesota is this: a lot of people have this verse. They say Minnesota nice, you know, but they don't really understand Minnesota. Minnesota is nice, but not friendly. I can't hear you, bro.
I guess it's a good way of summarizing it, right? Because when
Yes,
I've been there several times, and you know, uh, anyway, can't say when I was there because then people be like, "What did?" But I got the video to prove it. But I've been there several times, and outside of the indigenous population there, and I tell people when you're from Mississippi, other people think racism, they'll say, "Oh, come here, racism doesn't exist. Your next door neighbor are racist." What do you mean it doesn't exist? You don't really have, if you're white, you think everybody's nice. You don't have to navigate the racism that your neighbors display against those. But that's a good way of, because the I love the look of Minnesota, except the weather. But you're right. It's not they're not nice. It's that niceness that you get to see that rubs right below the surface. It's not even deep. It's right below. It's the first time you do something they don't like, you find out who they really are. You find
absolutely.
out.
And okay, I want to share something else with you. Uh, when I was in high school, I used to work at McDonald's. I told you this
Uh-huh.
before,
Yeah.
but I want to share with everybody else.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. I like this
Uh,
story.
one time, I left work and I was skateboarding. In
Hmm.
it was very late and very late. I shouldn't be even working at that time, but hey, it is what it is. So I was skateboarding and in downtown going home, and the police stopped me and they gave me a ticket for skateboarding in downtown in the middle of the night. Who was I harming? That was my form of transportation. I was going home. But hey, one officer decided this black guy, what is he doing? And he gave me a ticket. And in here in Minnesota, they rush to things, very rush when it comes to black people of color. When they do something or accused of something, they rush to them so fast that like they wanna, I got you. You know what I mean? Gotcha moment. But this woman verbally abused a child on the spectrum of autism, and nothing is happening to her. Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
she
I
fell up. She fell upwards. Yeah, she went to the park.
Yeah.
She left the park $1 million richer after using the N word on. And y'all know I don't have a problem saying N word, but I'm trying to be respectful tonight. Plus, plus I'm still on the radio. She used the N word
Mhm.
towards a 5-year old, and she is
Mhm.
richer today because of it.
Exactly. And when a black person does a crime or is suspected of a crime, they are punished for it.
Yes.
Even though they are found not guilty, most of the time there's a lot of people that are in prisons in America that didn't even did the crime. Yeah, they never did any crime at all. They are in prison today as we speak, and their voices are not heard. Innocent people, black people accused of crimes all over America are in prison,
Yeah.
and and a lot of these ignorant, racist people tried to make me look like I was a criminal, but the court of law proved me wrong. But the city of Rochester went with it and tried to make me a criminal. And as soon as they found out that I'm innocent, and they were like, "Have a good day." Imagine
It's
the
that,
damage they have done to me, the
right.
emotional
We
damages,
we were
the
wrong. Have a good day.
yeah, everything is okay. Have a good day, and they left on their business. What happens to me? Where is the whole entire time? What was I feeling? My emotional, my mental health, my children, all of those things.
The false accusations in and of themselves, and then to hey, I hear.
It's my daughter is here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sylvia, go upstairs,
Hey,
please.
I'm kind of sensitive about eighth grade today, right? Because I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So, also, we got the graduation. The other part of graduation is tomorrow. That's another reason why I wanted to get on here. Other part of graduation. Who has these long as eighth grade graduations? When did that start happening? Eighth grade graduation, and also, are you all? What part of y'all doing your work? Yeah, Reese, Jay, y'all need to get on them in that comment section. Make sure I see 105 over here for this man, and yeah, like I say, y'all can donate to a bus, but y'all can't. Oh, Wednesday night, y'all better be ready Wednesday night. Yeah, I understand it's hard out there, but this man, if we're going to allow racists to reward their actions, then we can start working to reward our community for our actions too. Cash App ain't moved yet. He ain't got. I see 105 here, whatever. I know. Yeah, y'all that bad off? $1, $2? Y'all can't help out. Yeah, and I just look at this. Like I say, I look at this, and every time I saw that number going up, every time I see that number going up in the face of people who are actually doing work, not moving the needle at all, like coming out their pockets to do everything, and this woman gets to be rewarded. This woman gets to be rewarded for calling one of our children the N word, and then if it wasn't for any you, because it doesn't sound like anybody else in the park was really doing anything. If it wasn't for you, then you would have she would have hurt a child. She would have hurt one of our children. And then what we gonna do? What we gonna do then? Thank you, Uncle Scrooge. Thank you for moving that 105 for us. I'm on Twitch, so I don't see the comments on TikTok. All right, long. I just want to make sure for this is a preliminary run since I got my ODS back. I wanted to see how it looked. That's why I was running it and I seeing making sure that it didn't interfere with the show either. But yeah, T, I'm close. Okay, I got you. One of the Dora Milaje who is not gonna do anything that she just told me she did because she's on bed rest. We're just gonna put it that way. She was like letting you know if she's near, but no, she's near. But yeah, he got this because you are on bed rest, and I told you about trying to inundate yourself until after you have their little one and you are safe. Until then, sit your ass down and rest. All right. Like he gonna let you come there to do something and you pregnant and on bed rest. Get out of here. Sit down. We love you. We know you will fight, but right now, Reese, get our sister. Yeah, get our sister. She trying to she's trying to get in trouble. Yeah, I got it. Coffee. Yeah, you need to be coffee in a horizontal position until such time as the doctor convinces me differently. Cause I'm not listening to you. I'm gonna have to overhear it on the phone with the doctor. Cause you would tell us anything. All right, now I got her. Yeah, she talking about she gonna come down there. She not going anywhere. Yeah, the doctor isn't on my side. So you see what I have to go through. You see what I have to go through, Omar. This is what I have to go through. I got to fight with these black women in my comment section that are pregnant, and she want to come running down somewhere, knowing she needs to sit down. We got you. Yeah,
It
but
happens, and we got them.
yeah, we
So
got.
yeah,
They're not used to. I'm gonna tell you
absolutely.
something. They're not used to. They've been so mistreated that they are not used to seeing black men that say, you know what, this is our responsibility. I don't know what them little boys you're used to did, but this is how we are taught to navigate by the ancestors. And like it or not, you're gonna let us navigate it.
We will have to do that. We have to navigate it,
Yes,
and with education and enlightenment and all those things, we
and a
gotta
good and
get
yeah,
up.
and
Yeah,
fists too,
yeah, yeah.
and
We
fists
have to
when
let them
necessary.
on board.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, listen, trust me. Sometimes the only language they understand when and I tell people all the time, right? Because I told you, I told you, I was like, and I just did because today is Malcolm X's 100th birthday, and I did a
Hmm.
video, and I was talking about how coming of age in Mississippi during the 70s and the 80s, if we would have walked around as young black men like we were going to turn the other cheek against racial violence, then we would be Emmett Till. Our mothers would be burying us in open caskets. Yes, I carried a a gun at 13. Yes, I was all at those things they said I did. I did them. But you know what? My grandmother felt better knowing I would make it home than she did than I'm out here just, I remember I tell people, we had to be home before the street lights came on, right? And it wasn't because they didn't trust us. Is because they knew the environment we were growing up in. Even if we didn't understand. You don't understand when you 8 and 9. You want to just ride your bike all day with your friends and go everywhere, right? You didn't understand. They wasn't not trusting you. This was the environment where little black boys in Money, Mississippi were disappearing in. And that's the reality of our situation. And that's why if we continue to approach these things in the manner in which some people want us to approach it in, we would just be beaten. And that's why I was saying today, like, Malcolm taught us what we needed to know. We just didn't understand it until it was way later. But yeah, young black man in Mississippi, No, we Malcolm was our idol. I didn't even know I didn't know anything about El Haj Malik Shabazz until I got older, but I knew Malcolm and I knew what he stood for, and I knew that
Absolutely.
we didn't nothing. I love Dr. King. I think he was an amazing man for his time, but Malcolm transcended his time. Malcolm showed us that if you continue to allow violence to be done to you, they have no greater sense than to continue doing violence to you. And that
Okay.
was the reality of it.
Okay. I'll say something that in
Okay.
Somali, I think I told you this before. Okay.
Okay.
In Somali, we say, I'll say in Somali and I'll translate.
Okay.
In Somali, they say, Shantada nin an ka celin, sharci kama
Okay. You're going
celiyo.
too fast.
Means,
I speak a lot of languages, and I'm still working on my some. Yeah, I speak just
yeah,
as many
it's
as
just
you, but mine.
basically, uh,
Okay, let's get it. Go slow. Go
I'll,
slow for me.
I'll, Shantada means you're five. Okay?
Shantala.
Is Shantada is your five. Your
Shantala is
five fingers. Nin
Shantala.
and Ka'udin, if your five fingers cannot defend you against somebody else, no law will defend you. You have to fight for your rights. No law can ever defend you from it, from those people. You have to fight back.
Let's go.
You have to fight back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only need
and
five fingers to hold it.
exactly. So that's
Listen,
why when it comes to
five
the five
fingers.
fingers, because
Uh,
you're holding it.
yeah,
So so if you can tell people always, people, you can tell them, let's leave each other alone. You can't say leave me alone all the time. Let's leave each other. You too. Leave me alone, I'll leave
leave
you
me alone.
alone.
Allegedly. Yeah, right. Leave me
Yeah,
alone,
and I'll
and I'll
leave you.
leave you alone. Yeah, that's my
Yeah, but
philosophy.
you can't just say leave me alone all the time and people abuse you. Hell no. You gotta
No,
fight back. You
and
gotta
me,
show
and I'm,
them you can do damage.
and you got to, because that's one of the things we talk about. One of the things that you when you don't take violence off the table. See, when you take violence off the table, people are they gonna try to get away with everything because all you're gonna do is forgive them, right? I tell people there is a certain line you cross, and I don't care if you run back to the other side. I'm coming to get you over that line because you have shown me that you don't care and you expect in today's society, you expect to get away with everything, and then we are expected to forgive you. We are expected to forgive you. You slap us, and then all you got to do is say I'm sorry before I connect, and you think that that somehow absolves you. So when I do connect, then you the victim. I said I was sorry. Nah, you should have kept your off me in the
Yeah.
first place, right? Yeah,
One
I
one
got
other
12 more
thing one
minutes.
other thing one other thing I must say is that I don't know why people when they do a wrong thing and they come online and they apologize that I was wrong, I'm sorry. No, you're not wrong and you're not sorry. You are awful human being. You
Yes.
That doesn't change the fact that you did something wrong.
Right. We're not talking about
Apologizing.
yeah. I'm not talking about shoplifting. I don't care about shoplifting. I don't care about anything. What she did in that few seconds to that 5-year-old child was worse than any of the other things I've watched black people serve 10 and 20 years for. 10 and 20 years
Exactly.
for. We're always told, oh, it's just words. Well, why was that the first word you ran to when you wanted to make a point? You knew what you were doing, you knew what you were saying. And if you're hitting up that, you need to be hitting that Cash App up if you're hitting up that guest spot. Because, like I said, you all can buy $390,000 buses, but I don't see any of you all doing the financial work it takes to help those in your community. Like I say, you can go to my main page. You see what we do on a regular basis. But you all just want to talk, and if it's like fighting. My mother said if I was fighting for more than 2 minutes, I need to get paid. And I am like this now. See, I haven't done been like this. I was like, Omar, I used to think that people would come around and see that, hey, you need to help people that are doing the work. I used to think that. I used to think that all they had to do was see it. But then they see it and they still don't help. But they will help people
Okay,
that don't do the work. Bigots and racists
okay,
help their own.
okay. I'm gonna say something, okay? Uh, I'll tell every single person that is watching us. This literally could happen to you.
Oh no, they don't
You
believe you.
could
They don't believe
No,
you.
it could happen to you. Yeah,
Mhm.
of course. It happened to me. That lady literally found that child and me, and we are in this predicament.
Yeah.
So imagine it's gonna happen to you too. I know it happened to many, 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 many families that are just frequenting at the park, enjoying and having their lives. And it happened to them, and they didn't want to say nothing. They just walked away and left.
Yeah.
I know I am not the only person. I know it happens all the time. I'll tell you a story. Can I tell a story?
Yes. This is yeah. We're
Yeah,
gonna be telling stories for 3 days. Let's get it.
exactly. Let me tell this story. I know it's the beginning. We have more things to do, but
Yeah, we have only
can I
scratched the
tell the? Can
surface.
I?
Tell the story.
Yeah.
Get
Can I
there.
tell the story about the high school that I went through, or should we put that back next time?
Nope.
What do you
Go
think?
ahead and tell the story. You
All
whatever
right.
you feel like sharing, we feel like hearing. Hold on, let me turn this down.
All right.
Background. There you go. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. This story. When I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
I used to have we used to have a PE teacher,
Okay.
and I'll tell you about the science teacher next time. But I'll
Okay.
focus on the PE teacher right now. The PE teacher, uh, he used to divide the children. Us, I call us children because we are children. We're not 18. We went to high school. Kids,
Mm-hmm.
I should say, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to divide the kids that are from different countries on one side, and
Mm-hmm.
we were learning English, and some kids were from India, some kids were from Pakistan, some kids were from Somalia, Bangladesh, you name it, Nigeria, Angola, it doesn't matter. So he used to put us on one side. We used to play this game called volleyball. Okay, so all these children from these countries, they don't know what volleyball is because volleyball is not popular sport, not like soccer. You know what I
Right.
mean? So he put us in one place, and he put these white kids in other place that always played volleyball. And he said, "Go ahead, play." So we're learning and we're trying to figure out how to play this. And these kids are like pros because they've been playing all their lives. And that PE teacher is over there laughing and grabbing his stomach,
Intentionally.
enjoying. Yes, he knew all the because he set up all these things. And I talked to him. I was like, even though with at that time my broken English, I said, you're wrong. And one time he grabbed me by the collar right here and pushed me on the side and told me, he said, "Shut the fuck up." So I didn't. I went to
Where's he
the
at now?
principal. I went to the principal and I told the principal what happened. And guess what the principal told me? He said, "Go to the school bored. How can I? I was in high school learning English, don't have a lot of information. My mother had one car, she was going to work. I used to walk to school 2 miles. You see, I felt at that time what racism is. That day, I realized it, and I was like, okay. So, and that from that day on, it didn't move anywhere. I just left and went and mind my own business. But I knew there was a racism here in Rochester. It is bad, and nobody's talking about it.
Everybody, because everybody figures it's somebody else's problem to do something about.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
Yeah.
figure it's somebody else's problem to do something about. Because most of them, like I say, not gonna bust a grape in a fruit salad. But I digress. Um, we're going to we're gonna cut it off here. Yeah, because we'll be here to I'll be here all night talking to you, right? I'll be
Yeah,
here
yeah,
all
yeah. Well, we
night.
don't.
We
Yeah.
gotta and I just want to give everybody a sample to know that Wednesday we're going to have this conversation. Um, I say, and Wednesday is as long as he want to talk, we'll talk at night. 5 o'clock, we're gonna have we have an intro, and but I'm black. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all know I'm black, so I'll plan something, but that doesn't mean we might be talking all the way to 10 o'clock. I don't know. We'll take it as it comes, right? But yeah, I want you all to give it up for our guests and you tune in Wednesday. We're going to go more into the story. We're going to play some videos. Now that I got my ODS back, ODS back. So this is uploaded on YouTube. If you would like to go back and see it, it's on YouTube as it is. Not all the bells and whistles because I didn't. I just wanted to talk tonight, so I didn't put the pretty border up for you all and everything. I wanted to talk tonight. So it'll be on YouTube. Jay is home already, so we're not gonna run long. Tomorrow, I say I got more graduation activities for an eighth grader. I don't want to talk about it. I'm in my feelings because I don't understand. She get more for graduation in eighth grade than I got in 12th. But I digress. So we got more, and it had bad weather here today, so some of the activities had to be pushed back to tomorrow with the graduation. So we got to do that tomorrow. But I plan to be here tomorrow night, but that's why I pushed it back to Wednesday, just in case I'm not here. Um, we will be back on the main page on Wednesday until I get suspended again, because it's always going to happen. I'm going to make sure, but man, oh, Mr. Omar, thank you, Shamake, Shamake, Shamake,
Schumacher, so you got it right.
Shamake,
And I
Shamake.
must say, congratulations to whoever's graduating.
Yeah, the
Thank
Crump
you
Snatcher,
all,
don't blow her head up.
and I wish you guys to go all the way up to your doctorates or whatever you pursue.
Yeah, whatever you pursue.
Congratulations.
Yeah, y'all, whatever y'all pursue, whatever you want, it's yours to take, because you can't depend on a system that wants to enslave you to give you anything. You must take it. And like I said, we'll finish this conversation on Wednesday, and you all join us. And this is one of the few times I'm actually getting out of here on time tonight because I have so much to shut down. GCPR, oh man, I got like 1,000 more people on GCPR than I'm used to tonight. So y'all tune in Wednesday. We'll be on Wednesday. Like I say, we're going to do a short show at 5, something like this. And then at 10 o'clock, we're going to do the show and get into the videos, because by then I'll have the ODS up and working the proper way. We'll get everything off. You all bring your wallets and open them up. Got y'all plan to, like I say, we just waiting for y'all just to do it. It's not gonna happen. So we're gonna have to let you know that we open the wallets up. So I'm gonna make a video, drop it tomorrow, about the show Wednesday. I'll see you then. I'll talk to you later. tomorrow when I get a break. Shamake, I'll talk to you tomorrow so we can. But how did you feel? You got your feet wet tonight, so you know how it's gonna be, right? So you know
Yes,
what to expect.
I know what to expect, and I'm here to share everything. So, my brother, and I thank you. I know that you follow back, and even though situation happened before, uh, you waited. You showed
Yeah,
me that you actually care.
yeah. I knew. Like I
So,
said, when I
mhm,
contacted you, I wanted you to see how everybody else was gonna disappear. I wanted you to see
mhm,
that because it's always the same. They always after the initial first, they gone. They don't care about you. They don't care about what. They just care about being able to say they were first. No, I wanted you to know even before we go live. I wanted to
mhm,
talk to you and let you know, hey, I'm here. Do you need to talk? I wasn't rushing you or anything. When you want to tell the story, I'm here for you to tell it. If it's next month, next week, next year, when you get ready to tell a story, that's when we'll tell it. Because at the end of the day, bruh, yeah, you follow me, you see how I am. It's about doing what is right by us. And so many times I'm tired of watching people that don't look like us take our stories, profit off of them, and don't even come back to say how you doing later. So
absolutely,
So I'll see
absolutely,
you.
and
I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow night at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And remember, I'm the host of the show, so I'm never late, no matter what your clock says. We're out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
all right, peace.
No, Uncle Scrooge. We out of here. We out of here, Uncle Scrooge. I'm out of here. I've had a long day, and I'm gonna have a long day tomorrow. We got meal. We got the We got to give out supplies for those who have to be homeless tomorrow. We got to get prepped for the meal for Memorial Day. Plus, I'm gonna talk to Shamake some more. Wednesday, we're gonna be back here, and you all can ask all questions you want to. Nope. Tonight, Goddess, let me make it. I'm tired tonight. I am tired. All right. Um, Uncle Scrooge is going under the knife. I'll call him. All right. I'll call him. Peace out. Yes, sir. How'd you like it? Yeah. Uh huh. Right. Oh.